Hello, everyone, and welcome to Last Take. I get the last take, motherfuckers. A More Hoops production. I'm your host, Evan Moore, and here we are in the content doldrums. Still no new Lakers news. This, new CBA has got free agency just moving along at a snail's pace. So, ain't a whole lot to be talking about as far as, Lakers or anything like that. You know, but it is what it is. That's normally we'd at least have some things to talk about up until summer league, but now with this new CBA, it feels like this is just gonna like be this slow trickle until training camp as these rich owners just play chicken with each other trying to figure out this new CBA. And I suspect even that some of these front offices are probably just now reading the new CBA, but that's just my hunch. It's human nature to procrastinate. I'm sure some of them are not quite up to date, and that's also the other reason for the slow movement right now. So yeah, here we are in the content doldrums. We do at least have a little bit of we'll get a little bit of a reprieve tomorrow. We've got both a Lakers game and a Team USA game, and they don't conflict with each other actually. The Lakers play at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time versus Miami tomorrow, and then Team USA plays at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern against Canada. So that one should be fun. Dylan Brooks is already talking shit. Talking about how they're going to go balls to the wall. I'm like, dude, it's still an exhibition. Let's calm down a little bit, Dylan. But should be a fun watch. Kevin Durant's not playing. I guess he's still taking care of an injury. But should be fun. And be nice, like kind of after watching that summer league game. Because don't expect this summer league team to get too many wins. We're just watching for individual performances because right now this team plays like ass as a team. So I'm going into pretty much every summer league game from this point on as just not expecting a win, just looking at individual performances. So I was hoping with two players coming back, this year in Castleton and Maxwell Lewis, that we'd be a little bit more competitive. But it is what it is. Those two, they've gotten, well, Maxwell Lewis has gotten better, but Collins seems to have kind of plateaued. But it is what it is. Watching the Team USA stuff and the highlights with that has been interesting. Cooper Flag looks like he's going to be a problem, and, should be not only interesting to watch on Duke next year, but, when he gets in the league, yeah, he's probably going to be a problem right away because he's already, out here, getting his against NBA players and these Team USA scrimmages. And, they almost beat Team USA once, and reminds me of, the Dream Team actually, they got beat by the college guys one time and actually kind of got beat badly because, as the players have kind of put it about that they were just kind of not taking it seriously. And, but they came out and, busted the kid's ass the next day. But, hopefully, Team USA will take that like close, win as some motivation to, hey, like you got to crank it up a notch, especially if you're going to play Dylan Brooks and Canada going balls to the wall. But yeah, that should be fun tomorrow. So we at least we'll have some stuff to talk about tomorrow. I'll probably do my broadcast during the Team USA game, or maybe I might do it before it, just so I can watch the full game. We'll see. That's the nice thing about doing this myself is I can be flexible about when I do it. So, but is what it is, and and like as far as like other summer league games, like man, I until they get to Vegas, I don't really watch the other summer league games. And then when it comes to the Vegas games, I'm the only other non-Laker games I watch are usually just for like the top 5 to 8 picks. Just want to see how those top picks look. That's about it. So and also with that, I'm still just looking for individual play. Like that's the thing about summer league. It's these guys are just thrown together, and it's rudimentary, offensive and defensive concepts anyway, and just it's barely a team. It's barely a level of a pickup if we're being honest here. So it's only entertaining to a point, but and then I did have one thing come across my timeline that I'd like to bring up. It's actually non-basketball related. It's Mike Gundy talking about Ollie Gordon and defending him getting busted for DUI. And he's talking about how, he looked it up on his phone, and, it's maybe 2, 3, 4 beers, to be over the legal limit. And as he put it, he's done that maybe 1,000 times, and he's gotten lucky. And, that speaks to a couple of things. That speaks to, his white privilege for sure, but it also speaks to just this acceptance we have of alcohol and, abuse of alcohol, even like if you're having to look up on your phone, about 3 or 4 beers, oh, maybe I've got a buzz. I mean, I'm like, come on, man. Like, stop the bullshit. Like, come on. You're drinking 3 or 4 beers because you wanted that fucking buzz, and it was wrong to get behind that fucking car. And, it's just kind of gross how we accept this in America, just because alcohol is the, one, recreational drug that we've had the access to the longest, without prohibition. And, thankfully, I feel like with legalization of marijuana, this has gotten a little bit better, because I live in New Mexico, which is, one of the worst states for DUIs. So yeah, it's pretty awful. And it's pretty awful when people are taking that pretty nonchalant. And, yeah, you got some balls, Mike, but like, yeah, we knew that. Like, yeah, you used to be 40, but like, yeah, you obviously never were much of a man, And those of you who get that reference, that was quite a few years ago. But anyway, Mike, you got to do better, man. And, Ollie Gordon, you got to do better too, like, come on, like, gonna have a beer with dinner. That's one thing, maybe possibly 2 if you're having a, heavy meal that's going to soak up a lot of that beer. But even then, like, don't be getting behind the wheel, just be smarter about this shit, people. And, also, Mike, like, recognize that you've gotten away with that 1,000 times, because of your white privilege. So anyway, glad I quit. I just stayed 8 years sober in last month here. So, middle of June. So And I'm grateful. I don't miss it. You know, makes you do stupid shit. So anyway, excuse me. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hope you have a good one, and peace out.